5 common mistakes that I have seen a woman doing in her life. What if I tell you that I want to share that today so that I can help you live your life better? Welcome back. I am Pujita Singh, and this is what I wanted to cover today. Number one, we often hear women talking that I don't have time for myself. I have to take care of family, I have to take care of kids, I have to take care of my in laws, and the list can just go on. But what if I tell you that this is possible, right? The way you create time for your families or your responsibilities around you in your life is only because you treat that as a priority, right? What if I tell you that you add yourself as a priority in that list? It's going to be a non negotiable one. When I say non negotiable, it means come what may, you are going to achieve it, right? What happens when an emergency happens, right? Or an emergency knocks your door or your family's life? You create time for it. Why is this not an emergency that for yourself? Are you still waiting for a day where everything goes out of your control and you start living for yourself? Are you waiting for some such emergency to happen? It's hard, I agree, but it's not impossible. Make yourself that priority. Make yourself that emergency for yourself. That come what may, the way I am doing everything 1, 2, 3 for my family or for my kids, I am going to do at least one thing for myself. That's number one. Number two, I have seen many women, they just love doing everything themselves. They just can't delegate even a small task of picking up something from one place to the other one. We don't. We always believe that no, women are supposed to do these things and we are supposed to handle all that and we can't ask our kids to do it. I also agree to the fact that there are many women who have worked on this aspect and now it's a shared responsibility. During pandemic, there are a lot of families who learned this in a hard way, including kids or working spouses and things like that. But there are still many that I can count on, or it's countless for that matter, who are not doing this today. We just love doing every work ourselves. Start delegating. I'm not saying that okay, if you can't afford maid, just hire one today. No. I am only saying why can't you share your piece of responsibility with someone at home who can do things? It doesn't have to be your way all the time. It doesn't have to be a perfect way all the time. We all are perfect in an imperfect way, right? Why are we not doing that? That's number two. The moment you start taking care of number two, the number one thing happens. Like I just mentioned, the moment you start delegating, you will start creating more time for yourself. Third one, I have seen many women who, the moment they have a career break or who never started their career, citing important reasons which are genuine or valid for their family or for themselves, very commonly I've heard women saying that I took a career break and for that matter, I can't work because of XYZ situation. Completely understandable. But what is stopping you from being updated about what's happening across the industry? You have technology in your hands. You have enough and more digital mode and means at home today. Why is it that you're not leveraging the technology to understand what's happening in your industry? And if you keep yourself updated from time to time, it will you will not be far off from a day where you start working and all these things will help you to be ready for that future. To be future ready in your life, you have to be updated almost every single day. If you can't take off a lot of time during the week, at least take out half an hour every day and read something which is related to your profession, related to your education, or related to the industry that you were part of in the past. Correct? The moment an opportunity knocks your door, you will be future ready. This is what I'm trying to tell. I'm not here to tell you that go against the family system or your needs and roles and responsibility and start working today. No, but be always market relevant. Be that future ready person. Equip yourself with all the relevant information happening in the industry. And that is possible if you spend at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes per day reading about where you belong to, right? Do that. Number four, I've heard a lot of women, very, very common, who just love talking what's not working in their lives. I used to do this a lot. This is not working, this person is creating problem in my life, and this is the issue, that is the issue, this is not working, that is not working. Stop. Do this favor to yourself in the 2022. Stop talking about what's not working in life, because the moment you start talking in the minutest of the detail, you're only expanding that situation in your life. If you focus from the negative to move to something which is productive, you will start seeing lesser of these issues in life, right? I am again not telling you that do not talk or do not share this with somebody whom you trust and whom you feel comfortable with. Absolutely not. Please do that. That is how you are going to vent out, and that is how you're going to feel better about it. But what is very important is, the more you talk about what's not working in life, that is what you are going to attract in your life, right? One piece of advice on this important step, which is little difficult to implement, is that start making a note of how often you talk negative to yourself, number one, and how often you talk negative to others around you, right? Make a note of it. How often are you talking? I know initially it's going to be a lot of brain work, like you will not be able to focus or think, okay, this is how much negative I'm thinking about me or my situations or my family or people around me. But eventually it starts happening in a very graceful way, right? Start making a log for yourself as to how often you're talking negative yourself, and how often you're talking negative to people around you in your family or in your friend circle. And start cutting down. If I'm talking 50 times negative a day, cut down to 45, eventually 40, and then 35. Make a note of it. Only good things starts happening for you, or much of a better things will start happening to you, or you will become much more stronger. And by the way, I did one trial the other day. I took a challenge of 48-hour no negativity. Okay. And what I did was, I decided that I will not talk anything negative to others. I started with that because that is something which easily can happen. Not the one with ourselves, right? With ourselves, it's like it just happens naturally, and we just know that, you might not be able to do it. So, what I first started off with is that I decided that next 48 hours, I'm not going to talk anything negative to anyone. I won the challenge, by the way. And you know what happened from third day? I just felt like not talking anything negative to anyone around. Or I felt very uncomfortable or discomfort with this negativity. In fact, I started avoiding the people with whom I used to talk a lot of negative stuff. This is what I started doing. Try this out to yourself. Cut down on the negative aspect by tracking how much negative stuff you're talking to yourself and others. And then eventually do a favor to yourself by reducing it as much as you can. And eventually start making yourself more productive by distracting in something better. That's number four, right? And number five, I have heard a lot of women who use the word saving and not investing. What do I mean by that? Saving is a dead money, right? It doesn't multiply, it doesn't compound and all. But what happens to investing? Investing is more about where you are going to multiply your money that will eventually beat the inflation, right? You can start with something very small. It could be as simple as the 500 rupees lying at your home. You can start something really fast and start right away. People believe that you need lots of money to start investing. No, there are 101 options today where you can start investing. Stop saving. Stop teaching this thing to your child as well. Traditionally, we are conditioned that, yeah, you should save money to grow in life, to put it for the days where those emergencies happen and things like that. Why do you have to save money for rainy days? Why can't you invest money with the mindset that you're going to only grow and multiply and compound it for your better future? Why it has to be for those old days where you will not have any option? Why do you have to be negative about the fact that nothing is going to work out and hence this money is going to help you out? Why? I have a humble request today. I have seen many women, when they have a need at home or for themselves or for herself, she starts asking for money even for a simplest thing. Why can't you be independent by investing money every single month, or whatever idle money that is lying with you, whoever has gifted you or anything? We as a woman are taught that you should keep this money because your kids might need, or anybody might need. We might have emergencies. Of course, we might have, but what are we doing with that? Why do we have to invest with that, in that kind of a concept that only this is going to be for those bad days or rainy days, right? Start investing. You can start small, you can start right away, and do not invest with the mindset to withdraw. It's gonna be difficult, but it's not impossible. It's gonna be tough initially, it's gonna be uncomfortable initially, but it is not it's not something which is impossible, right? Please start investing. Stop asking money for every simple thing which you can afford yourself. Again, I'm not here to tell you that go against your family, or don't ask money when you need from your family. Of course, they are earning for you and you are taking care of the family back home. It's a family system and it's a give and take thing, right? That is the reason why we have families. I'm not against that concept. All I'm saying is, don't wait for a day where everything crashes in your life. You have to start from scratch and you don't even have a penny to look back. With that, I'll stop here. I hope you found these 5 things very useful, and I'm sure you're going to take some of these tips and implement in your life right away. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Just take one small step and start right away. Do not try to be that perfect woman, trying to be that perfect person in every aspect of her life. With that, thank you so much for listening to me and for giving me your time and patience. Love you loads. Bye bye.